The pregame festivities are over, and we're just about set to get this game underway. And with that, we kick off our season. He's to the 10. They bring him down, and they bring him down hard on that one. The quarterback leads the team out on the field for the first drive. He sails it long. The senior makes the catch. To the 10. Touchdown, Trojans. Kirk, that was a beautiful pass and a nice catch.
Well, this is one of those plays you just sit back and admire. The quarterback threw the ball perfectly. And again, the speed of the receiver is the difference in this play.
And doesn't it always seem like he just finds a way to get open? And he tacks on the extra point. Troy lines up for the kickoff. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. He's to the 10. He's to the 20. And he's taken down at the 17-yard line. So here comes the offense taking the field for the first time today. And he carries the ball for a nice gain.
That's a gain of 7 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Straight roll here, and he's got nowhere to go.
You like that? You like that?
What up, people? What up?
Third down and 6 yards to go. Ball on the 21-yard line. Got a receiver, and he dropped it. So that'll make it 4th down.
It was a good hold by the defense on 3rd down. Now their punt returner will get a chance to make something happen.
Tackle made at the 49-yard line. He did a good job there to give his team decent field position.
I was really impressed with their last series. They came out with a focus on the passing game, and the offense got the job done. We'll see if they have the same strategy here.
Be coming here. Big opening. Great job by the running back, and that's a gain of 9.
That's good for a gain of 9 yards. That'll make it 2nd and inches.
It's 2nd and inches. Ball on the 42. Troy is up a score. Quick strike to the receiver. And they make the stop around the 33-yard line.
Not a real fancy play here, just a smartly run route. Good protection and a well-placed ball. Most times, you don't need much more than that.
From the 33-yard line, first down. Throwing right. And that one's fallen incomplete.
Was the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Does this sound get off so bad?
Second and 10. Ball on the 33-yard line. Hines comes away with 2 yards on the carry.
That's a gain of 2 on the play.
Third down, and they need to get it to the 23. Great pressure on the quarterback forced that incompletion.
Boy, they really pounded him on that throw.
That makes it 4th and 8.
Troy up 7 points. It's up. Defense looked like it jumped early there. So it's 4th down. They're going to try a long field goal here. Troy is hoping to make this a 2-score game. He gets it up, and he got it.
Yeah, he got some good leg behind it, and he kicked an accurate ball right between the goalposts.
10-0, Troy. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. He sends this one deep. He's to the 10. Brought down at the 16-yard line. Let's see if this drive has a more rewarding conclusion than their last, which ended with a punt.
They've been beaten soundly on both sides of the ball, and we haven't even gotten to the second quarter.
Quick pass, and he's right there to knock it away.
Thompson was the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
From their own 16-yard line. Second down. He makes it to the 18-yard line.
Gain of 2 on the play. That'll make it 3rd and 9.
Finds his halfback. First down. And down he goes around the 30-yard line.
1st down.
Slings it. At the 30. He's taken down around the 19-yard line. They're going to go no huddle here. Pretty interesting early tactic. Probably want to see how this defense responds to it. This one's going deep to the end zone.
Cooper, the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
From the 19-yard line, it's 2nd down. Washington up the gut. They'll bring him down at the 17. A yard, maybe 2 on the carry.
Third down.
Looking for his man, incomplete.
Marcus is the intended receiver on the play. Fourth down.
Good hold.
So the kicking team is on the field. They'll try for 3. Kicks away, and it splits the uprights. UAB to kick. He just drills this one. He's to the 10. He's taken down at the 22-yard line. The quarterback leads the offense back out onto the field as we get set to resume play. Troy is up 7. Caught, and he's hit immediately.
That'll make it 2nd and 7.
From their own 24-yard line, it's 2nd down. Had his hands on it and dropped it.
Bringing the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 3rd and 7.
Good play, good play, good play.
They're showing blitz. He delivers. And that one's incomplete.
This is a very well-coached defense. They know to get their hands up in the air and to try to knock down passes.
4th and 7.
Freak.
He dropped it. He just couldn't pull that one in clean.
And, Brad, that's what happens when you take your eyes off the ball. This was an error that should have been avoided.
You never like to have to play from behind, but a deficit this manageable shouldn't be in the front of their minds. They just need to go out there and play. A quarterback in the gun with 5 receivers. Throws in the middle.
I'm really liking what I see from this guy. He's not afraid to go to the air on any down.
They come out in a 5-wide set. Fires incomplete.
That's a miscommunication between a quarterback and a wide receiver right there. They need to get their signals straight.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 48-yard
What
line.
up, Steven?
And he has it on the corner. He's at the 40. And he's tackled at the 37-yard line.
How you doing tonight, dude?
They go to the left for a nice game.
What's happening?
Makes it out to about the 19. They're going no huddle here, so a good way to keep the defense from substituting.
Bring the funk.
Pressure got to him, and he put it on the ground. They fall on it.
gonna say
go
was
with the
bringing
offense,
funk.
ready to get things going again. The Blazers running back. He was injured earlier. You see him down there on the sideline, and it looks like he's ready to get back in the game. Throws incomplete.
He'll learn he doesn't always need to use his cannon. Sometimes precision is more important than power.
Second and 10.
From their own 30-yard line. Second down. Troy is up by a touchdown. Setting up the screen, dropped.
Incomplete pass. Here, the intended receiver on the play. That brings up 3rd and 10.
And he's going to be sacked for a loss. He just blew past the blockers and dragged the quarterback down.
Boy, excellent play by the defense here. A few extra seconds, and those receivers might have been open.
Fourth and long here after the sack. Harris is waiting for snap. It's away, and it's a booming punt. He's got the corner. Washington
Check.
fields at the 31, tackle at the 45. And while they are behind, they know they can knot things up in a heartbeat. It's way too early to change your game plan. From their own 19-yard line. First down. Troy is up a score. Looks to his receiver, first down. He has some room. Not sure what the flag is about here. Let's go down to the field and find out. That penalty drives them back, and they're shooting themselves in the foot here.
Well, if they could just keep their concentration, they'll avoid situations like that.
Awesome. Love it. Yes.
First and 5 now after the penalty. 5 wide. Fires out to his receiver. Brought down right around the 26-yard line. So it's complete, but they didn't get much there.
And that's because the defense was just waiting on it, and they attacked. The quarterback should have found somebody else downfield.
Back quarter.
And we're back for more action here in quarter number 2. And he's taken down right around the 24-yard line. 7 points.
I keep missing my audio. I keep saying the lead.
Tackle around the 35-yard line.
That makes it 1st and 10.
First and 10. Ball on the 35-yard line. And it looks like they might be bringing some pressure here. And they get nice yardage on that run.
Call it a gain of 4 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
Gain, good gain.
From their own 39-yard line.
I never use
Second
this
down.
play against users. I need to. Let's see.
He throws. Throws complete. He's got room to work. Inside the 30. And he scores. Touchdown.
Excellent play here by the quarterback, making the proper reads and finding his playmaker for the score.
Once he gets those jets on, there wasn't going to be anything that could stop it. And he tacks on the extra point. Someone wanted a little head start there. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. He really got a hold of that kick. Room around the corner. And he's tackled at the 22. This one might be coming back, folks. Let's check out the penalty. That one's going to put him way back.
You just can't block a player from behind like that, or it's going to cost you.
The offense comes out to start this drive, and they're hoping for a better result as they threw a pick on their last possession.
And I don't think this defense will lay down lightly. They're going to try to continue to rattle this guy.
Quick pass. Very good tackle in space. Tackle made at the 34. And a quick throw. He's tackled at the 35-yard line.
Let's get that little glance route down. Sick.
And they make the stop at the 37.
The thing about the option is you're going to have some negative plays, but if you keep running it, it'll create some big play opportunities.
To go look what that play is. Steal it from my
From the
playbook.
37-yard line. Second down. The cavalry's coming.
This quarterback is tough as nails, Brad. He's going to sit in that pocket and give himself a chance. The only problem is,
Nice
at
play
some
too,
point,
right
you've
there.
got to
He gets
have a
rid of it.
feel. Almost that
Golly,
sixth
what
sense
the
on
hell
when
is
to
he
get
waiting
out of
for?
there and avoid the pressure, or just to throw the ball before you get hit.
Now we'll see how the backup can do after that injury. He passes it. And he tackles him hard at the 12. Perfect time for the play-action pass.
Well, here the defense is looking for the run, and the play action put them in even a worse position. They just weren't ready for the pass there.
They bring the quarterback down.
That's a loss of 10 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 9.
And this is the 8th play of the drive. They come out in an empty backfield. Quick throw, incomplete, one of his receiver.
Bish put 2 Alabama teams to open up the season in Pittsburgh. What the freak?
It's the 9th play of the drive. They'll spread the field with 5 wide. Quick throw out to the receiver, incomplete.
There's the intended receiver on the play. 4th down.
What's happening, Miles?
It's 4th down. They'll line it up for the field goal.
What's happening, Miles?
The kick is up, and the field goal is good. The Blazers lost one of their key guys earlier to that injury, and unfortunately, I don't think he's going to play any more football today. James is lined up to kick this one off. Sends it sailing downfield. He's to the 20. They'll bring him down at the 22-yard line. It was a pretty one-sided first quarter, but I wouldn't be surprised if things changed in a big way before halftime. He's taken down around the 40-yard line.
Thanks for the follow, man.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 40. Quick throw at the 30. Big opening. Touchdown, Trojans. And for Wallace, that's his 3rd touchdown pass of the first half.
Well, the quarterback's going to get a lot of credit, but I think the thing that has helped him the most back there is the protection by the offensive line. He has had plenty of time to make decisions back there in the pocket.
He makes the PAT. Looks like they're ready for the kick.
You like that?
Excellent
You
kick.
like that?
I think he's got aggressive tackle.
And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback.
hit the nice little hole shot after the press.
It's still only the second quarter. We've got a lot of football left, but I got to say, this one is teetering on the brink of a blowout. Snags it complete out of bounds, though, and they're going to lose yardage.
That brings up 2nd and 13.
He's out of bounds at the 34-yard line.
That's a deal of 12 on the play. 3rd down.
And down he goes at the 36-yard line. Fires to his receiver, first down. He's at midfield.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Probably that's what happened. Anytime they mess with something.
Nice catch, first down, and he's knocked out.
That's a deal of 13 yards on the play.
I gotta throw off his rhythm.
Throws incomplete, intended for his wideouts.
Thompson, the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Second down and 10 to go. Ball on the 32-yard line. Dangerous throw. This one's picked off.
That's the last thing they needed to happen was an interception. They're trying to fight to get back into this game, and to have that miscue, now it's really up to their defense to try to help them out.
First and 10. Ball on the 31-yard line. And he is drilled at the 23.
Perfect time to call the blitz. He took a bit of a chance, but it paid off by the linebacker being able to get through there, shoot the gap, and get to the quarterback.
So the sack makes this a 2nd and long. They're showing blitz. Throws complete. He's got space to work. That's a great tackle at the 38-yard line. They pick up good yardage that time on the pass play.
Here they kind of put pressure on the quarterback and challenged him to find the hole in the defense. And in this case, he did. Nice job.
They're about 4 yards away here on 3rd down. might be coming here. And he's going to come up with a sack. UABs will have one timeout remaining.
That brings us 4th and 11.
Booming kick. Falls for the fair catch.
Fair catch made at the 22-yard line.
Things are on the verge of getting out of hand before we even hit the half. These next few drives are going to go a long way in determining what kind of game this will end up being. Throws it deep. They'll bring him down at the 36. Throws and it's incomplete.
Cooper was the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 36. He launches one for the end zone.
Brad, I just think this quarterback's got to do a much better job of being able to read that defense and make quicker decisions. And especially when the defense starts to get pressure, you've got to either get rid of that football or check it down or take off and run with it.
Third down now, and they need to get it to the 26. And a safety with the interception.
Brad, it's still early in this game, and they might be able to get back into it. I just feel like the quarterback seems to be forcing things a bit. I understand trying to get back and fighting to get back in the game, but that time to throw an interception when you really need points, that was a big mistake.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 29. And it looks like they're going to bring some heat. Boy, was he drilled as he let go of that football.
Yeah, he's going to feel that one tomorrow.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. And that wasn't the greatest pass in the world.
Well, I don't know how anybody can throw a great pass while getting drilled like that.
Bombs, and I can't get him out of my hand.
From their own 29-yard line. Third down. And he hits him hard at the 45. The Trojans will use their first time out of the half.
Good job here by the receiver to look the ball in and ensure he had possession. That's the right way to catch a pass.
So an empty backfield with 5 wide receivers. And he's taken down at the 32. Troy is going to have to use their second time out of the half.
First down.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 32. They'll line up with 5 wide receivers. Gets it out quickly. Steps out of bounds. Right around the 20.
Gain of 12 yards. First down.
So they decide to bring the kicker out to try to get 3 points before the half ends. He gets it up, and it's through the uprights.
Good into the half right there, baby.
We've played a half. Troy leads it. All right, Reese and David, welcome back, everybody. Just about set to start the second half.
To return.
He sends this one deep. He's to the 10. And down he goes at the 13. There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives if they want to get back in the game. Quick strike, and he drops it.
I know this quarterback trusts his arm and his receivers, but he's got to know when not to throw the ball. He didn't have any room at all, and he's lucky it wasn't intercepted.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 13-yard line. They'll make the sack.
Oh, that is a big hit on the quarterback. That's one of those as an offensive lineman. When the film study starts to come around, you're going to kind of sink in your chair and just hope they don't call you out, because you're going to get embarrassed on Monday on that one.
It would help if they turn off the mute on the mic. That might be helpful.
Safety. When the quarterback is dropping back into his own end zone, it's got to be a quick release. Otherwise, you give the pass rush enough time to get to him. And you can see the result right here.
He's to the 40. Brought down at the 47.
Alright, let's get some Russian stats.
They're set to go for another round. immediately.
Negative gain.
From their own 46-yard line. Second down. Nice run there. Hines picks up about 4 yards on the play.
That makes it 3rd and 7.
The cavalry's coming. This one is incomplete.
That's a real danger. If he leaves too many passes short like that, sooner or later they're going to end up in the wrong set of hands.
Well, that was a terrible drive.
This punt, if he gets it where he wants it, can really change the field position in this football game. Very high punt. The Birds better watch out. He's got the corner. Washington fields at the 17.
When he made the decision to return the ball, I'm sure he thought there was going to be some room to run. But boy, did it vanish in a hurry. Still, he got something out of it.
On the mic. All the time.
It was a pretty disastrous last possession that ended in a safety. Let's see if they can improve on that.
Defenses get a big boost when they can score a safety. So expect to see these guys flying to the ball in this possession, too.
He chucks it downfield. Incomplete.
Harris was the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Got lucky. Got lucky on that.
From their own 24-yard line. Second down. Ball is loose. Fumble. They ball on it.
And they will keep the drive alive by recovering their own fumble.
He airs it out. It's going the other way. He's tackled at the 32-yard line. From their own 32-yard line. First down. And they make the stop around the 41-yard line.
That's a gain of 9 on the play. That brings up 2nd and 1.
And he's tackled at the 47-yard line. Flag down, and I'm not sure when it was thrown. Let's find out. Second down and 7. Ball on the 35. Tackled after a decent run up the gut.
That's a gain of 6 on the play. That'll make it 3rd and 1.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 1. It looks like they're going to blitz. And he makes it out to about the 41-yard line.
Spun.
He gets it away, and this is a really nice punt. Looking for the corner. Washington fields it at the 13. The offense will take the field, hoping for a better result than their last drive.
And we'll see how aggressive this defense is when they come back out. I wouldn't be surprised if they kept up the pressure to try to fluster this quarterback some more.
Tosses out to the tailback on the screen. He's taken down at about the 21.
Screen or just a flare by his back.
That'll make it 2nd and 4.
Just a flare.
Quick throw out to the receiver. And down he goes, right around the 42-yard line.
Aaron brings him down at the 42-yard line. That makes it 1st and 10.
Throws incomplete, knocked away.
Man, I like those slant glance. I gotta find those plays.
Going right to his tailback. Tackle made around the 45-yard line. Tries to thread the needle, and it's not going to work. He tried to force that one in there.
Yep. And the safety made him pay for it. Great job of watching the quarterback's eyes and even a better catch.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 45. He's at the 40. Right down at the 30-yard line.
That's always a big blow to a defense to give up a long run like that. You'll see a lot of those guys hanging their head.
He's at the 20. And he's pushed out of bounds, setting up a 1st and goal.
That's good for a gain of 21 yards. That makes it 1st and goal.
It's 1st down, and they'll be looking for 6 points here. Tackled after a decent pickup.
That brings him 2nd and goal.
play, and he's hit immediately.
That was a loss of 2 yards. That makes it 3rd and goal.
The ball's on the 6-yard line, and we've got 3rd and goal. They'll work the right side, and there's nothing going there.
That brings us 4th and goal.
That's 3 down and 1 to go. The Trojans lead it by 23. All right, we're just about set to start action here again in the 4th quarter. It's up, and it's good. Harris ready to kick. And he got all of this one. Great kick. He's to the 10. He makes it to the 15-yard line. Late in the 4th quarter, this game's not even close. It's a blowout. A lot of folks have already gone home, and Herbie, I think we're going to make our dinner reservation. They'll bring him down around the 16-yard line.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Put the clock back up.
He'll get the call again. He fights forward to about the 16. They might be coming here. Well, a nice stop there late in the 4th quarter, but it's a blowout. It has been for most of the game. I think it's time for everybody to go home. The sack makes this a 4th and very long. James to punt. There's a punt. It's a line drive. And he muffed it. The ball is loose. Scoops up the loose ball. And he's taken down at the 29-yard line.
Calming your ears.
That one's going to put him way back.
You just can't block a player from behind like that, or it's going to cost you.
From the 47-yard line, it's 1st down. Troy is winning big. And he's taken down right around the 32-yard line. What a run.
Here they give it to the tailback and a little misdirection play, and you can see the athleticism and the ability to make guys miss. Nice play.
They're showing blitz. Brought down after a nice run up the middle.
Good for a gain of 6 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
They're about 4 yards away here on second down. And it looks like they might be bringing some pressure here. Another carry, and he's brought down for a loss. It's third down and 5 to go. Ball on the 27. Well, that was a big stop here early in the fourth quarter. They needed some of that earlier because this game is still out of hand.
That makes it 4th and 4.
Troy in control. He punts this one high in the air. And they must not have very much confidence in their field goal kicker.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I don't see what good a punt does in this situation.
Early in the fourth quarter, and this one we know is over. It's an opportunity for some subs to play on one side and maybe to play for pride on the other. And he is drilled at the 4.
But the defense is fired up, responding and reacting to that sack. Not only do they get the quarterback, but they hit him and hit him hard. I think that can really create some confidence for this defense. The next time this quarterback drops back to throw, you got to be thinking he's going to be a little bit gun-shy and concerned about the pressure that this defense is putting on him.
So the sack makes this a 2nd and long. And they get the safety. He's to the 40. He's taken down at the 39-yard line.
16 yards.
Both teams are playing out the stretch here. You want to get experience for guys who normally don't get in the game and try to avoid injuries. And he's tackled after positive yardage.
That's a gain of 4 on that play. That makes it 2nd and 6.
Second and 6. Ball on the 43. Less than 3 minutes in the game. He's at the 40. He lost the ball. Scooped up by the defense. So the ball will change hands, and that'll be first down.
This guy is about as sure-handed as they come, but fumbles do happen. And you can chalk this turnover up to a very aggressive defense.
I don't expect any once-in-a-lifetime rallies here, but that being said, we could still see some exciting plays. That's a great tackle at the 31-yard line. The halfback picks up a yard.
That brings up 2nd and 9.
Steps up and goes down.
Called a loss of 7 yards on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and long.
Third and long now after the sack. Here's a little pump fake. Lost the ball. Fumble. Well, they've got the lead, and they come up with a big stop, and it looks like they're going to get the football back.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Here we go. Let's go. Get around. Easy. Get.
So a fourth down stop there late in the fourth quarter, and that should do it. So can the defense match their effort from the last drive with another takeaway?
The defense, I'm sure, will be aggressive again. They love going for the strip and attacking the football.
And the quarterback's going to take a knee to drain this clock and any hopes the opposition may have had. From the 27-yard line. Second down. Under a minute left in the game. The offense lining up in a victory formation, and he takes a knee.
Two times. Four down. 51's Mike. Mike 51. Go. 225.
Favorite play in football of your quarterback. Take a knee.
We both sucked on third down. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Damn, yeah, 131. That didn't feel like it.